I had Steve Magnus on the podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but he does a lot of research and he's written a couple great books on just the topics of performance and high performance and what sets apart all these high performers from everyone else. And when he was on my podcast, he talked about the importance of having hobbies and having things to do outside of the main thing. He brought up research, and I'm going to absolutely butcher it, so I'm not going to pretend to know or remember what was said on the pod. Mm-hmm. But it's like the last X amount of Nobel Prize winners had an extensive list of hobbies outside of the thing that they were recognized for. And if you look at a lot of athletes, like they have hobbies, and a lot of them are actually entrepreneurs, which is why I started this podcast, is because I was like, oh, I'm curious about athletes, I'm curious about entrepreneurs. And then as I started doing the podcast, I was like, oh, they're actually very similar. Like the challenges, the issues that they face is actually all very connected. All that to say, his advice was, if you're looking to become a high performer, find things to do outside of the main thing. That to me, and I'm interested to hear your take, contradicts a little bit of the advice that I've heard from other entrepreneurs or athletes when they say focus. Focus on the one thing. Like the one thing is the main thing. Ignore all else. Focus on the one thing you're trying to become great at and just do that religiously. Where do you stand on that spectrum of having hobbies or focusing extensively just on one thing?
The law, and I think I invented this, the law of you do you, Nick, unless you suck. If you suck, then you got to change behavior. Like everybody's different. What works for Kobe will work for killers like Kobe and Chris Paul and Jordan, Larry Bird, but it won't work for, so let's say, a Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a killer, but Steph Curry, his hobby is his faith, his family, golf, wine, entrepreneurship. You to me, in my experience, to me, you can focus on one thing, but if you only emphasize one thing, you stand for nothing, because all your eggs are in that basket, and that becomes your life. And in my faith and in my world, you can't idle anything, because that idol will always let you down. And there has to be a balance. You know, any great athlete, any great team talks about balance. You can't just have a Michael Jordan. You got to have a Pippen. You got to have a Rodman. You got to have a Steve. Like, you got to have balance. And in my experience, right, LeBron had balance. Like Kobe, he had focus, mama mentality. I mean, he had balance. He loved his family. He dove into R&B and rap. He loved to be social. He had his Nike stuff. Like, he had balance. He wasn't all basketball, 5 hours, 4 hours, but he had a life. So to me, I've lived with Amari Stoudemire, Jared Bayless, Harrison Barnes. I've been around Manu Ginobili for 2 weeks, Ray Allen for a week. Like they have balances. They have, from their young career to now. Because I think if you just focus on one thing, I think that the majority will get burned out. The majority will get injured. The majority will get overstressed. So I have seen more high performing athletes have hobbies and a getaway and an escape, right? And even in the real world, to be truly successful, these entrepreneurs and leaders of business have to learn how to say no, have to learn how to master time management, and have to have a balance outside of their business.